Z05 Corvette, introduced in 1996 as a 1997 model. It was produced until 2004. The Z06 variant came out in 2001. In 2001 they had 385 horsepower. From 2002 to 2004 they had 405. It had more power than the base model C5, but it also weighed 100 pounds less. At the time of this car being released, it had specs similar to the Ferrari 360, which cost 3 times more than this car. In 2013, the C7 Corvette was introduced as a 2014 model, and this car was so ahead of its time. The specs are similar to the C7 Corvette, just a tiny bit slower, but not bad. 11-12-year-old car at the time, for about $20,000, was just about as quick as a brand new base model Corvette. The thing that's great about this car, the thing that I love about this car so much is the lightweight. 3,200 pounds, less than 3,200 pounds. About 3,150. According to magazines, C7 Corvette was 3,400. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to get it weighed. Let's see how much this car weighs. I don't have too much in the trunk, just my tire inflator, tire plug kit, scan tool, some cleaner, tape. That's it. Trunk's fairly empty. And then inside the car, I got some water in here, food for work, donuts. That's it. So I'm gonna weigh this car with me in it. I weigh about 200 pounds right now, and this car has a full tank of fuel. Alright, here's a truck scale. Full tank of fuel. I'm gonna get my slip right now. Van life. 3,380 pounds with me in the car and a full tank of fuel. Take 15 pounds off, that's 3,365. Take me out of the car, that's another 200. This car weighs in at 3,165 pounds. That's a curb weight. When you see curb weight, that means the car sitting at the curb, sitting in your driveway with the necessary fluids and nothing else in it. C7 Corvette, 3,400 pounds. C8 Corvette, the new mid-engine one, 3,600 pounds. This car is out of date in terms of horsepower, 405. But the reason why the numbers are so good on this car is that lightweight right there, 3,165 curb weight. It's just a tick slower than the C7 Corvette. That car has 55 more horsepower than this car, but 200 pounds more weight. So that's the key right there. Technology is moving really fast. Horsepower is getting crazy. This was the special model in 2003. Now the base model Corvette has 495 horsepower. The lightest modern Corvette, other than this one, this is the second lightest really modern Corvette, was the C6 Z06. That weighed in at 3,100 pounds with 505 horsepower. That's one of my dream cars right there. The 2019 ZR1 Corvette, the last manual transmission, front engine, rear wheel drive super Corvette, has 755 horsepower, but that weighed in, I want to say, at about 3,500 pounds. This car needs 755 horsepower like that car with 3,165 pounds. That would be sweet. Maybe this channel will keep growing and I'll be able to fund that. So this car has an 18-gallon tank. If you want to run about 6 gallons, that's another 100 pounds off this car, so it'll weigh in at about 3,065 pounds. If you want to run it with 5 or 6 gallons, another 100 pounds off this car. So outdated horsepower, but the weight will never be out of date because cars just keep getting heavier and heavier.